What you want to do? What you want to do? I just want to have fun.
Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch. Pop out clean room. Every day celebration. Take a trip vacation. You deserve a day. You deserve a day off.
Working for so long, gotta keep at it. Oh, smacky the like. Hitty the sub.
Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. We just chillin', at the spot. What time? Anytime. Link up, pull up on me. We just coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun.
Come and pick me up.
Meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool. Get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good?
Hey.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel?
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind.
Good morning.
Tell me what you needin'.
Good morning.
You can call my name, I'll be around.
It's another day of life, baby. It's another day of life.
Keep you safe and sound.
Yeah. It is another day of life, folks. It is another day that you can go out there and do your thing. Let it keep playing. Oh, that sky is falling, damn it. Over Yankee Stadium. What is the reason? We need a reason, damn it. We need a reason. We need to know why we're going to watch next year. Good morning, everybody. What is going on? And welcome to the one, the only, All Rise. Do me a favor and...
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
I have my cup of coffee in the big times. And of course, since it is Halloween, folks, I'm going a little crazy out here today, okay? Look at this thing. Look at this cup right here. Tell me that this cup right here is something else. Who knows what I'm drinking?
Oh, guys, I tell you. Well, since it is Halloween, we're gonna bring you into my dream. Fuck you.
Good morning, everybody. What is going on? I hope you guys are up early, ready to rocky and to a rolly, okay? But we got a little, come on, guys. Let me be real with you here for a second. We don't have a shit ton of stuff to talk about. There's not a lot of things going on, right? There's not a lot of craziness happening in the good old Major League of Baseball right now. But, there is a couple of things to discuss, a couple of things to possibly look forward to. And then once the World Series is over, we know that this offseason kind of moves quickly. We got non-tender deadline coming up pretty quick. You got the GM meetings coming up, I think, like right after the World Series, I want to say the second week of November, I believe. So I don't know if that's going to be when Steinbrenner's going to talk. Maybe he's going to talk right after the World Series. There's an off day coming up for the World Series. Maybe he talks then. I don't know. There is no date scheduled. I just want to talk about expectations. And then also I want to discuss a little bit regarding Yoshinobu Yamamoto. There was one good article written about him. I think there's a couple of comments out there too that I wanted to get to. I also saw a comment in here that I definitely want to take a second to address. But of course, guys, you already know, we got voicemails galore, guys. The line is open. You guys let your voices be heard. That is exactly what the show is here for. So you guys can let your voices be heard. Tell me what you want to talk about. If you got any questions, please throw them in the chat or go ahead and place the phone call, 804-592-6160, and we will go from there. But I do want to start off with a voicemail, and then we will move on to Super Yoshi Yamamoto, and then we'll talk a little bit later in the show about Hal Steinbrenner and what to expect from this meeting. You know, I think the answer is very simple. I'm not going to give it away right now, but we're going to talk about it, okay? This is the only show where you won't get hung up on for sounding like a fan. That is indeed true, my friend Francis. And me and my brother Francis Lee will be calling the game tonight, 8 o'clock, folks. So stay tuned for that game 3 of the World Series. Let's get to a little voice crack action. Okay, let's get to the first voicemail of the day. Here it goes.
Hey, Pete. How you doing?
How you doing?
Dave Douglas. You know, we talk about all these potential trades and free agent signings. And all I have in my little voice in my back of my head says, do I really trust the Yankees after what they have done the last couple of years to do exactly what they need to do? And my answer is no. My answer is I do not. I feel like the Yankees bite their own nose off as they know what the issues are, but they refuse every year to solve those issues. All right, my man. How to get that off my chest.
NYYU. David Douglas, man, look. You know, that's going to be a part of the show later, definitely, that I want to talk about, but you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. And I don't want to, it's kind of going backwards. I don't want to start there with Steinbrenner. I do want to talk about Yamamoto first and then get into the conversation regarding Steinbrenner, what they're going to do. But you're not wrong about that, man. Why? I'll put it like this. Before I get into it later, I'll just say it right here, right now. Why should you feel they're going to do a lot? I think that is the best way to sum it up. Why should you feel that they're going to go out there and do a lot? What, like you said, over the last couple of years, why should you feel that way? That now they're going to go out there and go, let's do it. I got some reasons on why, so my answer might surprise you. Stick around to find out. Again, everybody that is in here, good morning, good morning. Much love to all of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Chris the Flash, I appreciate you sharing it out, brother. That means a shit ton to us. Anthony Medina, Lois Simmons, Anthony Garcia, what's up, brother? Gary, how are you doing? Zach, what's going on, my guy? Of course, Francis Lee, my brother in here. Bobby, Macho King, my guy.
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yankees farm was good, fam. We got fam in the house today. Mr. Webster, what's up, brother? Jay Luck, how you doing? The coffee's coming up on me. The cream always rises to the top. Victor Epic Warrior was good, fam. Oh, my God, folks. Oh, my God. Folks, we have a message from the one, the only Simon from New Haven.
Hey, Pete, your boy Simon calling. How you doing? First of all, Pete, I wanted to wish you and yours a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving to you and everybody out there, and also great NYY Underground. So, no more Sean Casey, huh? So let's see, we got rid of 2 hitting coaches. My work is doing well so far getting rid of these hitting coaches. Now we can just get rid of the big squeeze and boom.
Thanksgiving.
I hope we get Juan Soto and maybe the Japanese pitcher, but I still say we got to get Cody Bellinger for first base, because what can we expect to get out of Rizzo, I mean, the guy's been out now for quite a while, and, we need some production from first base. Anyway, you have a great day, Pete. Happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey, and don't forget, next year is the year for the Yanks, and Aaron Judge is a gift from God. Peace out, and rock on, Pete. Bye.
My brother Simon. Look, Simon, you are an all-time legend of All Rise in the morning. We got to have your voicemails on All Rise, Simon, but I got a question for you, Simon. I got a question for you, brother. D-Rod. Simon.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That was so funny because it was timed so perfectly. Simon, I got to ask you, brother. Eat a lot of turkey. My man, you are a month off. Tomorrow is Halloween. Tomorrow is spooky, scary time. Eat some Reese's Cups. Is tomorrow. Ain't nobody digging up in some turkey tomorrow. Somebody might. But ain't nobody got no bird in the oven tomorrow. You're about a month off, Simon. I love you, my guy. I love you, Simon. You are hilarious. You are the absolute man, no doubt about it. You are a GOAT of All Rise. But I do not understand where you are getting Thanksgiving from. If it's Thanksgiving, maybe we'd have some moves made already, but no. But I appreciate you. Thank you for wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. That's about a month in advance, but what's wrong with that? I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me know so early. He's ahead of schedule. That's all I got to say.
How you doing, Pete? Hey, just want to say this is a great series so far, and it's been a blast to listen to you. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
You tell him, Eric. By the way, Eric, congratulations to you, my guy. Apparently, you're like one of the all-time greatest bowlers that ever lived. All right, I'm not. Eric, don't come out there and say no. Look, Eric, you're one of the greatest bowlers that ever lived, okay? All right? But before I move on to the next, let's get to our first topic of the day, guys. I want to discuss Yoshinobu Yamamoto. There was an article written about Yamamoto. One of his teammates, Frank Schwindel. You guys may remember that name because I remember when the Yankees played the Chicago Cubs, I think it was last year. I love to say his name. I love that name, Frank Schwindel. You know me. I can't help myself sometimes. I get, a name that I like and I just repeat it 700 times during a game. And Frank Schwindel was one of those names. He played for the Cubs. Last year, he talked very, very highly of Yamamoto. He also said, when I talk to him, I'm a little biased because I'm a lifelong Yankees fan. So he did throw that little nugget out there just so everybody's aware. I am a lifelong Yankees fan. I'm a little biased. So he's trying to lead Yamamoto to the Yankees. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be about who steps up to actually sign him. Yamamoto's a great talent, man. Look, I think he struggled his first start in their championship series. There's a couple of years in a row he struggled in the playoffs, but I wouldn't put too much into that. I know there's some people that are. I wouldn't. A lot of Japanese pitchers are not used to pitching much more than they normally have to. And, of course, going into the postseason, you are. I kind of feel like I'm making a little bit of an excuse for him, but I also kind of am, to be honest with you. But I don't look into, a start of season and go, oh, my God, even though it's big, I get it, I understand. And I also don't have all the information of all of his playoff starts to really put that information out there. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I do know is that, again, this is the greatest pitcher to ever come out of Japan, and that's statistically accurate. There it is right there, folks. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has officially won the 2023 Saramura Award, which again is the Cy Young, but he gone even farther. He got 3 years in a row of winning the Triple Crown on the pitcher side. So it is unbelievable how good this guy is. And there's also a comment from Marwin Gonzalez. As you guys remember, Marwin Gonzalez played for the Yankees, then he moved over to Japan. People in the States are probably wondering if he's good just because of his pitches. I would say that his command is the best thing he has. So this is also something I've heard a lot about. And I've had one scout tell me that the only concern they would have is how quickly he would adjust to the Major League Baseball. But in the WBC, they used it. And per what I was told, a lot of his stuff-wise was not different. There wasn't a drastic change. Spin rates were all pretty much the same. His location wasn't really off. He didn't get to face like a USA, which I wish he did. He didn't get a chance to face a team like that. Dominican Republic, maybe I think he faced Australia. And I think he had like 9 Ks in 4 or 5 innings, something like that. But he was very, very good during that game. And again, here's just a guy who has terrific stuff, man. And yeah, I get it. There's a lot of people out there that are concerned. Are the Yankees going to pay? Are they going to do what it takes to get somebody like Yamamoto? And at the end of the day, it comes down to what do the Yankees really want, folks? I mean, I've repeated this 100 times, and I'm sure I'll repeat it 100 more times. His contract's going to pay itself. He's going to immediately come over here as one of the biggest stars in Japan, and that's going to come with a shit ton of sponsorships for the Yankees. It's going to come with a shit ton of attention. It's going to be a complete moneymaker for the New York Yankees. And if his first year is a good one, I'm not talking Cy Young level. I'm talking if he is just good. If he comes here and is a better version of Hiroki Kuroda, if he does something like that, it's a win all around. And you got to be very, very happy about that. You got to be very happy about that. And to me, there's some people out there that see his ERA in the ones and go, well, if he has a 2.90 ERA in America, that's a problem. No, not at all. He'd be one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball. If he comes here his first year and has a low 3 ERA, I think everybody should be excited because now you have a mainstay in there with Garrett Cole. If he has a high 2, low 3, I'm not talking 340, 350. I'm talking 310, 315, 321. If he does that in year 1, everybody should be extremely excited. If he is just the definition of consistency, which is something we've seen from a lot of Japanese pitchers, they kind of are who they are, and they'll give you the same thing year in, year out. You got to be excited about that. He's also extremely young. So you're not getting a guy that you're going, shit, if we get, 2 good years, we're going to start seeing that decline. No, you're going to see a guy that's going to hopefully continue to improve at this level, which is higher than where he's played before. But that gap has closed a bit. That's one thing that people tend to talk about a lot, and they don't bring up a lot, is that, especially on the pitching side, a lot of pitchers in Japan have done very, very well in America. There's your Koji Uehara's, or what's his name? The guy, it's not Uehara. I forgot his name. He was a pitcher on Texas who really didn't work out well at all. And of course, you got your Igawas and things. But Igawa was a long time ago. But even guys like Fujinami, who struggled mightily as a starting pitcher, went to the bullpen and was a completely different guy. We've seen what Kodai Senga has done. We've seen over the last couple of years how much better these guys have become. So it's not as big as a risk as some people feel like it used to be. These guys are coming here now. They're pretty accustomed to the game, and they're ready to go, and they're fantastic. I mean, all you got to do is look at the WBC team. The team, they are likely the favorite to win the World Baseball Classic every single year. Every time it comes around, people goes, are they the most talented team? No. I mean, Dominican Republic typically has a powerhouse, and look what happened to them. Management. I don't want to get into that one. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Management. Tony Pena, they went undefeated. They had a great talented team. They didn't play around. Once they got the bullshit involved, they started to suck ass. But anyway, look at Japan's team. You don't look at that team and go, damn, I mean, they got talent. Yeah, but, I mean, we're America. How do we lose to them? We do. Because they're fundamentally sound. Their fundamentals are always there. They play with a lot of pride, and they do indeed want to be the best. When you got that stuff on your side, you got good leadership, you go win. Anything you do in life with all that, you go win. And they do that very, very well, if not better than everybody. So a lot of these guys are coming here now, and they're fan-friggin-tastic. They're doing good. So there isn't as big as that risk anymore of going, we got to give this 25-year-old $200 million, $190 million, whatever it's going to be. How do we do that? Like I said, man, you do it, you get it done. This is for any team, by the way. I hope he's the Yankees. I hope he is a New York Yankee. I hope he's a Yankee. But I'm speaking on behalf of the player here. Any team out there that wants Yamamoto, they already know we're going to get a lot of this money back quick, especially if it's where he wants to play, which is a big market. We've heard the rumors. I've been told these rumors. Dane has been told this, that he would like to play for the New York Yankees. You can take that as far as you like. We know Brian Cashman and company saw him throw a no-hitter. He tipped his cap to the crowd. Brian Cashman is right there watching. It'll be an amazing picture to have if he signs with the Yankees. It'll be an amazing picture to put together and have out there. But this is a guy that is not the risk that a lot of people are acting like he is. I completely understand the money. I get all that. But that year one, you're going to make a shit ton of it back. And I also saw somebody the other day say, but Pete, the Yankees' problem has been offense. The Yankees' problem has been offense, Pete. What are you talking about? Why is he 1A? Why would a team that can't hit go out there and say we must get a starting pitcher? Why is that the way the New York Yankees should go? Guys, I've again explained this many, many times. What is the Yankees rotation right now? Were we really that comfortable with the Yankees rotation last year? Carlos Rodon got to have a major bounce back season. Nobody is giving Carlos Rodon a pass. I said it and I'll say it again. I think there was issues there. I think Rodon's going to be better now that his feet is wet. But he has a short leash. You better put it together and put it together quickly. I was joking around when I said he better do it in spring training. I don't give a poot about spring, just come out healthy. But you better come out there and you better look like you have worked your fucking ass off. Excuse my language, it's early in the morning. He better have worked his ass off. I read something somewhere that Matt Blake said maybe he wasn't in the best shape. Fair. Maybe he wasn't. You got to remember, these guys are professional athletes. If you got back issues, a lot of times, maybe, did he add some pounds? I don't know. Is there something that he didn't do that they wanted him to do? I don't know. But Matt Blake said there is some things they want him to work on. Michael King. Yeah, he looked phenomenal as a starting pitcher. What is he going to look like over a full season? Does he have the talent to be great? Of course. Clark Schmidt. I don't know. Does Garrett Cole have the same season? I hope. He's great. We know that. But I don't know how you can sit there and go, They don't need another starting pitcher. I'll put it to you very easily, and I've done this before. You can go back to the last episode. Getting Yamamoto opens up the floodgates via trades. And yeah, we do not have the greatest GM on planet Earth, right? We don't have a guy that we should have faith in. That's going to lead us right into our next conversation. But I'm going to pause it right there because, right, I want to pause it there because this is getting into the winter meeting stuff. This is getting into Hal Steinbrenner's press conference. So let's get to a couple of more voicemails. The line is still open, folks. 804-592-6160. Keep them going. Here we go. Let's get to the next voice of the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, chat?
Yo.
Did you hear the horn? All right. What's up, man?
I'm always
Monday,
late.
guys.
I'll remember.
Monday. It is a brand new week of non-existent Yankees playoff baseball. Who's ready for Game 3 of the World Series tonight, man? I think I am. I don't care about this postseason, man. Fuck the playoffs, man. If the Yankees aren't in it, fuck the playoffs. Only good thing is the fucking Astros are out of it. Anyways, I want to read you something that I found quite interesting, bro.
Okay.
So, this is a certain somebody that, tends to follow people around on Twitter and, he said that he was going to predict the rest of the MLB postseason. This was like back in the start of October. He said the division series, the Twins were going to upset the Astros. The Orioles were going to upset the Rangers. The D-backs were going to upset the Dodgers, and the Braves were going to beat the Phillies. So the championship series, he put the Twins were going to beat the Orioles, the Braves were going to beat the Diamondbacks. So in the World Series, he had the Twins beating the Braves in 7 games. Oh my God, I can't. This certain individual is he has a great mindset, when it comes to baseball. His name is L.I. Yankee King. Fuck L.I. Yankee King. Gotta go, man. Bye.
Maybe one of the all-time great beefs on NYY Underground. L.I. Yankee King and DJ Steels. They got a long history of beefing. I mean, I will say this. I'll put myself on the spot here. I had the Orioles or the Rangers versus the Braves. So, I had the Orioles or the Rangers facing the Braves. So, shit, I would have been, maybe been right about one team. But, yeah, I would have been wrong. But that is the Twins going all the way. That's a bit tough. But who the hell would have had the D-backs possibly going all the way? I don't think anybody would have had that one. To each his own. Let's get to the next one.
Hey, Pete, good morning to you and the entire NYY Underground family. This is Alex from LA. I see the topic of today's show.
Okay.
But I am a little concerned because all of the stuff I've been reading and hearing is that the Mets are going to be the ones that are going to pay the $200 million or whatever it takes to get Yamamoto. And just the way Hal Steinbrenner has been, I don't see him spending that kind of money. So I really think the Mets are the favorites. Too bad it's not a free agency because I think he'd probably pick the Yankees. He probably would want to go to the marquee franchise in MLB. But since, it's a posting fee involved and Steinbrenner doesn't want to spend money, that kind of money anyways, that I think Steve Cohen will get him. But my question is, so where do the Yankees pivot from him? Because if the Mets are going to spend that kind of money, he's gone in my eyes. So where do the Yankees go? I don't want him to bring back Montgomery, although I don't think he would come back. So where do the Yankees go? Our pitching staff is okay, but it's not great. If Rodon comes back next year, still not great. But, yeah, where do we go from Yamamoto? That's my question. Well, thank you for taking my call. Have a great day.
Alex, I appreciate you, my guy. First and foremost, I would say I wouldn't necessarily jump right there and say that the Mets are a lock for Yamamoto. Are the Mets competitors for Yamamoto? Are they gonna spend money? Are they gonna be directly involved? Yeah, I think that's very well the case. All you got to do is pay the posting fee. Everybody got to pay the same posting fee. I think it's like $20-something million, and then that goes involved into the negotiation process. So all you got to do is put yourself in the pool, and then you're ready to go. And I think I want to say only the winning team would actually have to pay the fee, is the way it goes. It's changed up here over the last couple of days, or the last couple of years. But where would the Yankees go if they miss out on Yamamoto? That's a tough one, man. I mean, I think at that point, if that is the case, you probably see them bringing back Montas on a 1 or 2 year deal. Just to hope they get something back from. They probably hold on to King if they can. But then you got to make trades. You got to add. I'll say this. If they miss Yamamoto, you might look to pay for Bellinger and bring Cody Bellinger in. I think you probably do look hard at Bellinger and figure out, what that's going to cost and go from there and just try to build that offense as much as possible. Maybe, again, you guys like Nolan Gorman, of course, Juan Soto's, because there's not much else out there. I know people said Blake Snell. I don't see that happening. I don't think the Yankees go after Blake Snell. There's a couple of other Japanese pitchers that are going to be available, a couple of lefties, I believe, but I haven't heard great things about them. I don't know. I truly just feel like this offseason starts with Yamamoto, and if they miss him, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. Let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, Pete Macho King in the house. Oh, yeah. How you doing? To the underground. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if there was going to be an all-rise this morning, yeah. Not 100%, but I'm calling it anyway, just to say I don't give a shit about these playoffs. I don't care who wins. I hope they all lose. I don't like the Diamondbacks. I don't like the Rangers. And let me tell you what, as far as Yamamoto was concerned, they better throw the kitchen to get him, Soto, and Bellinger. I don't want to hear about any more bargain basement rejects, yeah. From Cash Clown or Baboon, yeah. And Harold better shape up and get the right players for this team so next year we're watching the Yankees, yeah. You have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you the next time All Rise is in the house. Oh, yeah. Dig it.
Ain't nothing like it. I'll just put it right there. There is nothing at all like it. I'm just going to leave it right there. Ain't nothing like it. That is the all-time GOAT. That is the all-time GOAT right there. Macho King, okay? Yankees Farm suggests a trade that I've talked about a lot. Gleyber Torres for Edward Cabrera. I think that would be a very, very smart move for the New York Yankees to make. Francis, regarding the Monty thing, I don't think it's that, when it comes to money, he wouldn't come back. I think money talks for anybody, and he would come back. My question for it is, why would he? When there's gonna be money out there for him. I don't think the Yankees are gonna blow teams away for Jordan Montgomery. I don't see that happening. And if I'm him, I'm staying right where I am in Texas. I am not going back to the Yankees who told me not to throw my fastball. I am staying right there with Texas, who got a chance, by the way, to be an elite team for years to come. That is where I'm sticking. I ain't moving from that if I'm Jordan Montgomery. They also got a shit ton of money. They could pay him a lot. Sit back, get your money, and stay over there. That is exactly what I would do. I don't necessarily see a reunion with the Yankees. I don't also think it totally makes sense. I like Montgomery. I don't trust the New York Yankees and their coaching staff to handle the guy properly. Yeah, they could pay for him. Yeah, they could blow a team away maybe. Will they? I highly doubt that. And that is getting into our next conversation. That is Hal Steinbrenner having his little presser. His press conference coming up and what to expect. Guys, I'll make this as simply put as I can make this for you guys when it comes to Hal Steinbrenner. What to expect from his press conference. You ready for this? Ugats. That's what to expect. Ugats. Brian Cashman is back. Aaron Boone is back. We don't know about Fishman. We don't know about none of that. We don't know about none of that. We don't know about the analytics side. We don't know about anything. What is he going to say? Let me ask you guys this seriously. What can he say that'll make you feel better? What is it that he has not said that would make you feel better? It's very simple. Actions. That's it. Actions. That is the only thing anybody needs to see from Hal Steinbrenner. We don't need to see you. We don't need to hear you. We need to see that you're a man of action, and that is it. I've seen, I think it was Bill Madden or somebody suggest that he may go crazy with the money. He may sign Bellinger, Yamamoto, make a trade. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Go out there. Put your balls on the table. And go sign somebody. Make moves. Demand trades to happen. Take over the ship and make friggin' moves happen. You can sit there all day and tell the fans, hey, the product wasn't good. We didn't play up to par. Blah, blah, blah. This was that. That was this. We know. We've been saying it longer than you guys have. We know. We know. Don't feed us more bullshit. We're full. We don't need any more. We're done. We don't need to be fed more bullshit, Hal. We need you to make moves. Now, the only thing you could say, and again, it would require action, is to tell the fans we expect to be major players on a lot of players via trade and free agency. We expect to be a different ball club next year. And the reason I'm saying this, if you're going to do it and you have the intentions of doing it, state the obvious. State the obvious. Put it out there and state the obvious and then do it and make yourself look good. But last year, we're not done yet. I would just like to say that we're not done yet. You were done. You were done. Don't do that again. Yankee fans are very simple. I've said this for a long time, and this is why NYY Underground is indeed going to make a difference very, very soon. This is why we are going to make a difference. This is why. Because we are simple fans. We expect the best, and that is it. We'll kick our feet up. We'll support. We'll spend money. We'll watch. We'll do whatever it takes. But the one thing about Yankee fans that we do not like is bullshit. That is why this show, this network has a tagline. It is called Real Talk for the Real Fan. We don't like bullshit. Give it to us direct and let us know. When George Steinbrenner used to go out there and go, I'm upset. We didn't play well. This team's going to change. We got to make some moves. You sat back and said, oh, man, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Where do we start? This is going to be good. I can't wait for this.
Thank you for being a friend.
Michelino says they need to be first at the buffet line this winter. Exactamundo. Exactly spot on, my guy. The New York Yankees. Forget about what you can say. Forget about whatever conversation you think you need to have. Forget about thinking that your words are going to make a difference to this fan base, because it's not. I can tell you that right now. It is not going to make a difference. The fans don't give a poop. The fans have listened and have heard too much nonsense for too long. They're tired. Fans are tired. You're keeping Aaron Boone. The majority of the fan base disagrees with that. You're keeping Brian Cashman. The majority of the fan base disagrees with that. There hasn't been an overhaul of the analytics department. The majority of fans believe there should be. I like Eric Creasy. Something is wrong with these Yankees, the medical staff, all that. All of that needs to change. Everybody agrees with that. Everybody agrees with that. So talk is cheap. That's why I say, what could he say besides Ugats? In one ear, out the other ear. Hit the like button, folks. In one ear, out the other one. What can you say? It's that simple. Guys are available. We don't know about Soto yet. We don't know if the Padres are going to move him. Fits the Yankees like a glove. Fits the Yankees like a glove. Why would you not go after him? Question is, you would. Actions. Yamamoto is only money, and you're going to get most of that back really quick. Actions. Cody Bellinger, you want him? Get him. I don't care. It's not my money. I don't know. I wouldn't give him that much. I like Cody Bellinger. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player. I would be a little concerned about giving Cody Bellinger $27, $28 million a season for a long-term contract. Does he fit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He fits the Yankees. He fits the Yankees very, very well. Center field, first base. If Rizzo's going to be back, Bellinger could easily take over as the regular first baseman. Very, very good defensively. Kind of keeps him off his feet a little bit. Maybe you handle that injury a little better, injury concerns. Any leg injuries, keep him at first base. But Cody Bellinger is going to get paid by somebody. But again, would I fault the New York Yankees for thinking he's a good option? No. No, I wouldn't fault the New York Yankees for thinking Bellinger's a good option because indeed he is a fit. Is he a fit at that cost? That's the question to ask. But I wouldn't bash the Yankees for thinking that Cody Bellinger's something they could use. I think we all agree he is. Is he at that dollar amount? That's the question. That's the main question. Soto, we already know about. Jung-Ho Lee, we don't know. We don't know. Jung-Ho Lee's a guy who, again, might need a little time in the minor leagues. And if he does go straight to the majors, what are you going to get? You might be pleasantly surprised. You might be severely disappointed. It is a risk. It's more of a risk than probably paying Bellinger because you really don't know. Good speed, good center fielder, good glove. We understand that. Good hand-eye coordination. But again, he is not a guy that's facing 95 plus every single day. There's not many pitchers, if any at all. There's a couple. But on a nightly occasion, folks, he is seeing under 93 miles an hour. Now, if you don't think 93 to 96, 97, 98, 99, and up like you see in the major leagues is a difference, it's a big difference. It is a big difference. Anybody that was a pitcher in here would tell you that. Francis Lee was a pitcher. He'd tell you that. Somebody goes, hey, I got 3 miles extra tonight. Let's go. I got 3 miles extra tonight. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. So it's going to be interesting this offseason. And again, for Hal Steinbrenner, you can't say nothing. There's nothing you can say. You can't sell the fans on the fact that Anthony Volpe is going to have a better second season offensively. You can't sell the fans that Austin Wells is going to be a great offensive catcher. You can't sell the fans on Jason Dominguez is going to be back. Anthony Rizzo's healthy. DJ LeMahieu performed better. Gleyber Torres had a good year. Aaron Judge is healthy. Giancarlo Stanton got to be better than he was the year before. You can't try to sell the fans on that anymore. Barely any of that may happen. My brother Rod Thompson says, name what the Yankees need in the order of importance. Ready, set, go. Yamamoto, because he's the best starting pitcher available, and the Yankees need it, believe it or not. Soto, and then go to St. Louis for either Gorman or Donovan. And then you could look at a Gleyber Torres trade for another back-end starter that opens up more room for you. Bada bing, bada boom. That's your offseason. Do you need a relief pitcher? Do you need a closer? Yes. I don't know how easy that's going to come by. But yes, you do need a closer. I agree with that. You do need a closer, no question about it. No doubt about it. And that is pretty damn important. No doubt. Do I think Jason's injury will affect his power? You never know. You never know. He's young, so that's good. He's younger than most, in his early 20s. So he'll heal better, quicker. But who knows? You never know until you see. You'll never know until you see. There's also been rumors about the Yankees maybe mixing up their alignment in the infield. Does that mean moving Volpe off of shortstop after being nominated for a Gold Glove? I think he'd be the best defensive second baseman in baseball. I'm not joking. I think Anthony Volpe would be one of, if not the best, defensive second baseman in baseball. Because he has the arm for second base, not for shortstop. Again, defensive runs saved, and I just want to throw this out there. Defensive runs saved is a lot of times a ball that other players can't get to. Meaning, Anthony Volpe has great range. We've known that. Does he always complete that play? That's the question. A lot of defensive runs saved, again, is getting to the baseball. IKF had a good defensive run saved. He had better range. He wasn't bad at getting to a ball to his right or his left. I am not knocking Anthony Volpe. I'm simply stating a point here that is a bit misleading depending on who you're looking at. That's what I'm talking about. That is a bit misleading depending on the player you're looking at. At second base, I think he is a phenomenal player overall. High power. Could bat 240, maybe 250, I hope. But if Anthony Volpe next year comes back and is 215 again, 210, first month of the year, he's hitting 190. That's not the player. That's not the player we were told. That's not the player we expected. And this is, again, what I tell Yankee fans. Please do not sell yourself short. Fans started to do that with Gary Sanchez, remember? Oh, but he has the most power of catchers. That's not what you wanted from him. That's not what you wanted from him at all. You know that. We all know that. As you saw Gary Sanchez decline, so did fans' expectation of him. It's okay because he's a top 5 offensive catcher. Even when he was hitting 220. Why did the expectation change? Because you allowed it to. You allowed the expectation to change. Don't do that with Anthony Volpe. Don't do it with Peraza. Don't do it with any of them. Don't do it when Dominguez comes back. The expectation is that these guys are legitimate major leaguers, that we passed up on guys like Corey Seager for. Passed up on guys that we've talked about time and time again that are now winning with other clubs. Don't sell it short. Expect them to be better. That's simple. Expect them to be much better.
What's up, Pete? Listen, at the end of the day, sports are entertainment, okay? We all know that. It's entertainment. And to me, the Yankees lineup, it has no one in there where I can't wait for an at-bat. I love Aaron Judge, great baseball player, great player. He's quiet, he's not an exciting at-bat in my opinion. I think, he's not like a Bryce Harper, a Juan Soto, a Fernando Tatis, like a Manny Machado, guys like that. This team, I know we talk about Yamamoto. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have Yamamoto. But this team needs offense. We need hitters. And I'm sorry, me personally, it's Juan Soto or bust, man. And yes, and I understand some of it may be out of the Yankees' control. If the Padres decide to hold on to him, it is what it is. There's nothing the Yankees can do. I understand that. But to me, a trade for Donovan and a Cody Bellinger signing is not bringing me to sit down on the couch every night to watch this team. It's just not. I don't think that's a World Series team, first off. Secondly, it's just it doesn't do it for me. I think they got to go all in for Juan Soto. Under no you don't hang up the phone until you can get a deal done. Because just remember something. Everybody that's saying, well, if they miss out on Juan Soto, go get Bellinger, 8 years, $200+ million. Okay. You think if they get Bellinger and Yamamoto that next year, if Juan Soto hits free agency, that they're going to say, all right, we're going to go throw another three? No. The excuse is going to be we just signed Bellinger. He's here. We have Dominguez playing center field. We have Aaron Judge. We didn't feel the need to go out there and throw another $300, $400 million at a player. It's going to be the Bryce Harper thing all over again. We have too many outfielders, etc. I don't know. Listen, I think this team needs that swagger, and I feel like that's a big reason why you and I also were pushing for Carlos Correa a couple years ago. It's because they need that attitude and that swagger, and I don't see that with a Cody Bellinger or a Jung-Hoo Lee or Kevin Kiermaier or any of these guys that they need Juan Soto, and that's where I'm at with this whole thing. I would love Yamamoto, but I'm very convinced the Mets are going to get him. I talked to a buddy of mine, he's a big Mets fan, and he's like, dude, we have no pitchers other than Senga. So I fully expect with Cohen as the owner, they're going to go out there and do whatever they can to get this guy. It'll be like when Max Scherzer was a free agent and didn't want to go to East Coast, and then they made it happen because they paid him whatever he wanted. I think they're going to get him. I think they're going to make a big push for Ohtani also. And I just think the Yankees need more excitement. I watch the Phillies, and I'm excited. Dude, I'm not a Phillies fan, but I'm excited watching them. Every game, they got guys that you can't wait to watch. Castellanos.
Well, I didn't cut that off. It ends at 3 minutes, so he was going to continue going on there. But what I will say regarding that, one, I would disagree with Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge is a very exciting at-bat. I think you got to build around the excitement of Aaron Judge with other players. Another thing, too, I want Soto as much as anybody. I don't believe there's somebody on YouTube that's been talking about Soto to the Yankees longer than me. And I got videos going back to the Nationals days of the Yankees getting Juan Soto and how it makes perfect sense. And even in those videos, I watched one the other day when he was going to be traded from the Nationals. And in that same video, I literally say what I'm saying now. He fits the Yankees lineup too perfect to pass up on. You need that mentality back, one. Two, I'll say this too. Getting Juan Soto alone isn't enough. You said getting Bellinger and a Donovan or Gorman isn't enough. Getting Soto alone isn't enough. That's the predicament the Yankees are in. But let me ask you this. You miss out on Yamamoto, you don't add to your starting pitching. What are you trading for Juan Soto? You're okay with then giving up Michael King. You're okay with maybe giving up Drew Thorpe also in that deal and a couple of other guys. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I would still do it. But now you're looking at that rotation and going, who do we have? Who do you have? That is, again, why Yamamoto is so important to what the Yankees are doing. You've heard me say I wouldn't give Cody Bellinger all the money he's probably going to get. I wouldn't do it. But Yamamoto and Soto, you have to do. You cannot sit there and say, if we miss on Yamamoto, we go to Soto, and that makes us a championship caliber team. It doesn't. It doesn't. There needs to be other moves. And of course the Padres are going to want pitching and an outfielder. They're going to want Spencer Jones, maybe Roderick Arias, I don't know, but Spencer Jones, yes. They're going to want one or two of Thorpe, Schmidt, or King. 100%, I guarantee it. And if you did that deal in that moment, who else are you getting? Candelario? Okay. Soto and Candelario, and then you got no pitching. You're not going to sign Snell. Who are you trading for? Does Yankee Farm say, do you bring back Monty and overpay for him? No. Kiermaier? The best offseason for the New York Yankees starts with Yamamoto. And again, I want to bring one thing up again that people are missing because they don't understand the Japanese way of life. And I say it funny because, you know, America, we used to have honor. We used to have a lot of honor. We stick to our word and things of that nature. We used to have that. There was a time when we had that, to be fair. Now it's like a bunch of fucking lunatics running around. But a lot of Japanese, I'm not saying this is the case. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm simply saying that a lot of Japanese aces refuse to pitch on another team with a Japanese ace. That is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's no chance. I'm not saying the Mets will not get Yamamoto. I think they are a major competitor for him. I'm simply stating this has been something in Japan for a long time. They don't usually go to other clubs in their own country that might have a star on it of the same position or same thing. They wear number 18 on their singular staff, which shows they're the ace. That's why they look for number 18 when they come to America. They want to be the best. So Yamamoto's going to have to change up, quote unquote, tradition a bit to go pitch for the Mets. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. Money talks, bullshit walks. Typically, we don't do this. We're good friends. We did it. Anything could work by saying it. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to sit there and go, Mr. Yamamoto, typically you guys don't do this. What happened here? Nobody's going to give a shit. I'm just simply suggesting what could happen. I'm just simply suggesting what could happen. That is all. But if you miss out on Yamamoto, it does make your offseason a little more difficult, in my opinion, especially if your next move is the trade for Soto. What is that? Let's play along here for a second. Let's say it's King and Thorpe. You traded King and Thorpe and Spencer Jones. What is your rotation? Can anybody tell me? What is your rotation? Cole, Rodon, anybody? Cole, Rodon, Nestor? No, I said King was traded. Let's say King and Thorpe is traded. Let's say King and Thorpe is traded for Soto, if you miss out on Yamamoto. Cole, Rodon, Nestor, Clark Schmidt, and Johnny Brito? Maybe Lucas Giolito? Maybe you sign Giolito. Will Warren. Chase Hampton is still about a year away. Or later in 2024. Do you pay for Aaron Nola? They would trade Gleyber for pitching. Who do you get? Edward Cabrera? Cool. Frankie Montas? Are you guys okay with that? As Yankee Farm said, that is also right. That is also correct. But again, this is the New York Yankees. They're not a team that should be sitting back going, in a couple of years, guys, that prospect pool, I don't know how it's going to look. No. These are the New York Yankees. You get Yamamoto. Now that opens you up to starting pitching trades for guys like Soto, like Nolan Gorman or Brendan Donovan. Maybe there's other moves out there. Maybe Candelario is still a good idea to sign. A switch hitter. Could play second, could play third. We don't know who's out there. They will never give you Garrett Braxton and Edward Cabrera for 1 year Gleyber Torres at $15 million. That deal would never happen. And honestly, at this point, you're probably not getting Braxton Garrett for Gleyber Torres. Braxton Garrett had a fantastic year, and apparently the Marlins loved the kid. He started in the postseason for him. Edward Cabrera has high upside. People like him a lot. A little bit of command issues, a little bit of health issues. I could see that happening for Gleyber Torres, maybe in a relief pitcher. Well, Kerm, they could use one because Luis Ariz can move to first base or left field. So they could definitely add a Gleyber Torres and add some offense. That wouldn't stop them from doing that. But the fact of the matter is the game plan of the roadmap is really simple this year. It's really simple this year. Very, very simple. It's right there in front of your face. You just got to execute. And if there's any year to execute, this is indeed the year. This is the year to do it. So, guys, again, with that being said, thank you all for hanging out for another All Rise. We'll be back next Monday. But tonight, World Series Game 3, myself and Francis Lee is on the call tonight. Tune into that, guys. Make sure you like this video before you leave. And subscribe to NYYU, guys. We are 230. 230 subs away from mission 20,000. It has been a long time coming, but we are getting closer and closer. 2 years of NYY Underground going on year 3. We're about to pass 20K subs with the help of each and every one of you guys. With that being said, much love to you guys, and I will see you all later tonight. Peace, baby.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. But a new crib, it's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but the shit's still wet.